There is one thing available to every person in the world to give away, but it is in short supply in our day and age, and that's faithfulness. It's a fruit of the Spirit. It's part of God's character that He wants for every believer to have, faithfulness. And it's available for us all to give to others, and it will benefit the entire world. But there's such a short supply of it. Faithfulness is a concept that is strange in our context today because so many people just avoid committing to anything. But God calls His children to be faithful. Today's culture, many people will try lots of different things, and it's okay to try new things, but we need to learn how to commit to a few things and show the characteristics of God, the way He's committed to each and every one of us. There is value in faithfulness. Faithfulness is the act of being true to your word and to your promises, just like God is true to His word and His promises to us. Faithfulness is part of God's character, and it's the character that He wants to build in us as a fruit of the Spirit. The psalmist says in Psalm 89, I will sing of the steadfast love of the Lord forever. With my mouth I will make known your faithfulness for all generations. The Lord shows His love to all generations. He is faithful, and He calls us to be faithful. To help us understand faithfulness, we think of words like loyalty, reliability, dependability, integrity. These should be constantly part of the Christian life. These make for us a rewarding life. Consistency, honesty. These are the things that God wants to build into each one of us. A few key areas that God really wants these things to shine is our faithfulness to family. That we would commit to family and be faithful to our families. Like Ruth in the Bible, who said to Naomi, for where you go, I will go. And where you lodge, I will lodge. And your people will be my people, and your God, my God. And because of her faithfulness, Ruth was rewarded by the Lord, and her family was blessed. God wants us to be faithful in friendship. Find a friend and be faithful to that friend. Like David and Jonathan were faithful to one another in friendship. The Bible teaches us that God wants us to be faithful with our talents and our resources. In the parable of the talents in Matthew chapter 25, Jesus teaches that when we are faithful, it pleases God. The master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with little, and I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. God's looking for faithfulness. Our faithfulness says a lot about us and what kind of followers of God we are. So let me encourage you, practice faithfulness. Find people that you are going to be faithful to and commit to them. If you're a follower of Jesus, then faithfulness is your next step. Faithfulness is a step that God wants you to take in your path to following Him. And if you're not a follower of Jesus, I want to invite you to become and get to know what Jesus is like. You'll find Him faithful.